lovelies, and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Last time, we started the class trial for the murder of Sakura. And at the minute, Hiro has come under suspicion, and now Toko is in the firing line. But just who did it? But we will find out shortly. And just a quick reminder, if you do like what we do, to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the notification bell for further videos when they're uploaded. Before we get into things, after this quick introduction from ourselves, I'm Sarah.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Pete.
Thank you, Pete. Let's get into this.
What? What?
Just
What?
nothing. Just get on with it.
What?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from... No, incorrect. Both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles.
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Oh, maybe it's simpler than I thought, and maybe it's just the total glass was from 2 bottles.
Maybe.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? Take one down, pass it around. 4 Monokuma bottles left on the wall. And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chest piece it had inside. That was the bottle Hiro hit That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right? Oh, that was Makoto. Whoopsie!
Whoops.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
The chest pieces. That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Not to mention the frickin' spacing between them
exactly.
as well. Like, it'd be really...
The correlation between the Monokuma bottles. I feel like it's starting to become clear.
It'd be really weird if there's only... It'd be really weird if there's only 5 and they just put that last one really far away from the others for no reason.
It's just to mess with OCD people. Like, that is the only purpose.
Oh, God.
That connection must be...
Yep.
But can you spell chess piece? I thought it was going to be Hangman's Gambit.
It's gotta be.
It is.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Oops. Do. So, how's everyone doing?
There's still no E!
How's everyone doing?
Yeah. Don't mind us. There we go.
Did it. Easy.
Galaxy brain moment.
Galaxy brain moment.
Galaxy silhouette.
Why is it when sometimes things are in capitals, it looks like it's spelt wrong? It looked like peace looked really
Kerning.
wrong, even though it wasn't. It just looked wrong.
I just have that.
Actually, yeah, if you look at the kerning, now it looks like the I and the E are like squished together.
Yeah, there's some weird spacing going on with the eyes in this.
I just find it generally that sometimes if you look at a word for long enough, it just starts to look incorrect anyway.
Yeah. God, it's not just me.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece. King, rook, bishop, pawn.
Excuse me, boy, what do you think you're doing? I'll have you know that that's my line.
Oh, yeah, so
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was... the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn.
I just said that, but no one listens to me.
What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Oh, God. Yeah! Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So let's just say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that it has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No, it's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand. Wait, then then the bottle that was missing.
It was excited.
It was excited?
Excited.
So I guess
It was completely
broken.
intact then? Or maybe it was broken.
Broken, because I
know.
think that
yeah,
that
because
tie
that's
with
why
the weight,
that's why
it's
it weighs
different.
because it was
I guess
already
that's
broken.
true. The bottle must have been broken.
So when you were saying about the poison bottle thing, which could also still be a thing, but it I don't think so.
Maybe that's where the chess piece is hidden.
Yeah. What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just 1 broken bottle at the scene.
What is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle. And the evidence that proves it is...
Could be the experiment, isn't The bottle experiment.
Monokuma bottle experiment.
Yeah.
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of shattered glass.
What?
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces.
Yes, it would be easier to pick up
Which
big
is only
bits.
natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case. There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by...
Some bowling
aficionados.
aficionados. The second attacker.
The second attacker.
I like how now it's like ridiculously simple, even though we spent who knows how long on that one cross-examination.
Well, yeah, I was starting to think it seemed really weird when it was the whole, like they had the rhythm game with Hiro, because usually that's kind of like when it's getting towards the end of a case. But obviously, no,
I
it's
think it was
carrying on.
early in one of the other ones, in the last one, I think, in Celeste.
The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked. The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
I mean, it sounds like I was right. So I bet they both
The
tried
killer
to kill
wanted
it.
to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence. From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
That face.
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit that maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence that I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it! Forget what I said earlier.
Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
Nope, you're just mishearing me. I said that Toko. It was definitely Toko. I feel really bad because Toko killed her. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I remembered something that proves it. Okay, fine. Let's hear it. It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go in the rec room.
That's a convenient detail that you just happened to leave the hell out. You did?
Hell yeah! Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went in the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone.
Was she in the cabinet?
She'd be in the cabinet.
Toko had disappeared. And you just now decided to share that with us? After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it. Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose. So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went to the rec room.
Really? Then why do you look so suspicious?
That's how Toko looks normally.
Well, why does she always look so suspicious?
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Somewhere to hide, and then they're all gonna spin around.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous.
Are you saying it's time for a non-stop debate?
Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. There's definitely proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
A new element. Absolutely. So far, you've probably been pressing the Y button during your final strike without a second thought. But from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way as during the non-stop debate. Simply press the LB button. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're going to pretend that you're set to mean regardless. Just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now.
Yay!
Go you!
What?
Halfway?
Halfway?
There's only like 6 people left.
What?
Well then, good luck and have fun!
Oh god. Rhythm game.
No music. Oh, okay, here we go.
It's a lie.
I admit nothing. I hate you.
I hate you.
See, it's annoying because
No.
it feels like the
I
music
already
is
did
off
it.
time to the UI.
Yeah, it's alright. I curse you.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous.
Like a handprints.
Kaboom.
Yep. Kaboom!
Face.
Freaking the dribble, the saliva.
Dribble and the snot.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay then.
God.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
It's the face.
I know.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay.
It's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
You know, Byakuya, you could have saved us a lot of freaking time.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you killed Sakura!
No! I swear this is no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean, probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went to the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles. All of you.
Forget all that! Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. When I turned around... Oh boy. Oh! That was Sakura covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? You mean...
Oh,
no.
there we go.
Oh,
You
no.
did it.
Oh, no. No.
Oh, you
no.
did it, didn't you? You had to say.
'cause I was
ask.
thinking this. I'm like, it feels weird that Toko would attack her because she faints at blood, and then Genocide Jill would come out. And well, it's kind of weird that she would hit her anyway. She thinks she'd use her scissors, but
Well, Genocide Jill uses the scissors.
No, she's not a cute boy, so she wouldn't use her scissors.
That is
like
also
that.
true.
Yeah. Guess who's back?
Oh, it was your fault after all.
My fault? Master's fault? When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Monrose and me don't actually share our memories. Morose? Miss Morose.
Yeah, Morose, not Monroe.
Miss Morose.
Miss Morose.
Okay, I'll do that again.
Oh, yeah.
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't exactly share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully, when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit, I wonder? So I opened my eyes to see. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked it with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle.
Brace for laughter. Oh no. Surprise.
Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible!
No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Wait, I'm sorry. Excuse me, what? I don't remember this being part of the plan, part of the deal. Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
Oh, but I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it in for me. Because normally Sakura would have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been breathing from... No, I don't think that's it. I think this is a red herring for both. Because I think she poisoned herself when she knocked that thing over. And basically, it's going to turn out that while they both thought they killed her, in actuality, the poison was what did it. Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on, that's, but anyway, I'm not the one who killed Ogre, so that's good.
So that's good? Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's... Well then, that's it. That's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
I want to behead someone!
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed. Odd? Huh? Hiro's attack, and then Toko's? But that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then, even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is...
The yellow powder.
Yellow powder, I think, is going to be a do.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her over there in front of the shelf.
Huh.
The main problem here... Well, then she was in the chair. The second attack from Toko really was the killing blow. Status of Sakura's body.
And then we use it on...
Because she was in the chair, she wasn't in front of the shelf.
No.
So if she was killed in front of the shelf, then that's where they should have found her.
Yeah.
Boom.
Kaboom.
No, that's wrong! We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair? No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine
The
shelf.
bloodstain.
Wait, sorry, there.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The bloodstain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then, she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it, because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now. Look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way
Wow,
I
you
could
should
move a
try some
muscle-bound
exercise.
heavyweight like that.
Then, what's the deal? Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
No, I think Sakura locked the room herself.
Huh? So, she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group? Oh, and while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
She wasn't there, was she?
No, I don't think that's possible. The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because it was open when they got there.
I saw it for myself, too.
Yeah.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously, Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case. But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head. And?
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
That's because you're overlooking vital information. Because you're being emotional.
Could we really be missing some... Makoto? Thicko mode! Engage! Could we really be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's... Yellow powder, yellow powder.
Sorry, just Toko. What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of any other than the shot to her head. So you're dead on blaming me, huh?
Sakura's true cause of death.
Oh. Right.
It's gotta be Monokuma file, right?
No, it's the yellow powder.
Oh wait, not on that
No.
one. Other than the
Come on, Makoto, you can't climb up now.
Huh, okay.
Is it the... Because, like...
What?
Because they're saying there's no reason she's... Oh.
It's alright, we can
Can we
still
have a
pause
look
it.
at... What have we got?
Sorry, so we have Monokuma file, Aoi's account, dying message, examination, and yellow powder. So it could be the yellow powder or the Monokuma file, or it might be one of the... Might be one of these things. Cause of death. So we killed Ogre. It wasn't Genocide Jill's attack.
No.
Then what was it? There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura was the shot to her head.
But why would she vomit? We need to know why
Yeah.
she vomited.
Yeah, because the yellow powder. Oh, it's going to be another one of those. Killed Sakura.
Try that.
Well done, Sarah.
Oh, good job, Sarah.
Because again, it's the, yes, Sarah's on the right. Yeah, she was right. Like with the vomiting blood.
Yeah,
I just wasn't sure like how it would link to the specific sentence.
I mean, yeah,
but-
I think we're getting ahead of ourselves because, like, yes, yellow powder seems like it is a poison, but we haven't explored like why she'd be
Oh, fuck.
vomiting. So I guess we're getting
no.
ahead of ourselves.
Oh, no.
Oh, darling.
I didn't mean to. I caught the autoplay
Bring the
button.
thing up.
Sorry about that. Whoa, even the text is really big.
According
there.
to the
Sorry.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottle, she cut the inside of her mouth.
What? If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her
And
mouth.
believe me, I
God.
did look.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't...
The mystery of why you continue talking.
If there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood? Some sort of reaction within her... Some sort of reaction within her body, most likely. I can't think of what it might be. Can you?
Yellow powder, yellow powder, yellow powder.
Sakura was poisoned. Poisoned? That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and there can be no mistake.
Oh, you're making me go all weak in the knees.
Yep, don't like it. I don't like it.
Stop it. She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can...
Because I was the one that did it.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, so you killed her.
You can explain it?
Of course. If you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
Shut up.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab, up on the 4th floor. Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along. You never would have. You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene. You oaf. Well, yeah, good point. There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this. Is that the poison? It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it. Where'd you find it? The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. Each section has its own corresponding types of chemicals.
Oh, yeah,
the
probably.
A section... Oh, for fuck.
There we go.
In section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where their poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. Section A.
Right, because it had the letter C
No,
on it.
it was in Section A.
Oh, yes, it was.
Was it the wrong one?
You
Yeah.
Was it that
It was in A.
was it the misplaced one?
Yeah, it was in A.
My
Yep.
bad.
So, what's the problem?
Looks like I just embarrassed myself in front of everyone, Pete.
Sorry.
If it had actually been a
Section
bottle
A.
of Poisson Byakuya just showed us,
Yeah, just pretend I didn't do that.
the poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
So someone knocked over the protein powder that Sakura normally used. She thought, oh, well, that's weird. Stepped through it and didn't realize that someone had dumped the entire contents of the Poisson into her protein powder.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives? Yeah. So... why? Because the culprit switched it out, that's why.
What do you mean?
I mean this. Nope. Okay.
Oh, God.
That's Makoto.
Oh, I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble!
She just throws the scissor at him like a frickin' dagger.
You're not gonna die before I kill you, you bastard! You have to drink some water! You just can't swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot, he just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out! The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein? Can I see that bottle for a second?
Oh,
This is where it's like there's still some poison actually left in there.
I think
like,
that's wishful thinking on your
bother.
part, Taylor.
Yeah, but he's just said, like, it's not deadly and you'd have to drink a whole bottle for it to kill you.
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a little bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue. It's protein powder. Huh?
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder. The poison that should have been in that bottle. Where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder. Which would mean that conversely the poison must have been in... Could it be?
Oh no, the hangman's
again.
gambit. But can you spell?
But can you spell protein?
Oh, Jesus.
Protein drink.
Yeah.
P-O-T...
There's
wait.
no I!
There's no E.
E-I.
It's E-I-N, isn't
Sorry,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, I had to think. God damn it! D...
Oh. Another I.
Ink.
Yeah. It is in the protein drink.
Galaxy brain. Kapsh.
Galaxy silhouette.
The poison must have been must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison. Holy crap! All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene?
Drink.
A protein drink. You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
Is this the part where Aoi actually did it inadvertently?
That would be a bit shit.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein... I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So, maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing?
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The evidence that shows who switched them. It has to be
Well,
the powder?
Oh, Sakura. Yellow powder. Yellow powder on a shoe.
Footprints in the powder, I guess, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. It amuses me because the way the carpet is behind him, while the text box is there, it kind of looks like he's got a cape.
Yes, it does, actually.
Oh, yeah.
They must have
That seems like the appropriate amount of extra for
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It does seem,
No caps.
They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And, given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who... And that's Owie.
Yeah.
It was me.
Uh-oh.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it! I killed Sakura!
Whoa, this is quite a case!
Oh, crap.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? Well, it's,
Makoto
Makoto
and Hina.
and Hina?
So it was
Isn't
Makoto's
Sakura wearing sneakers?
They looked a
Yeah.
bit like plimsolls to me, actually.
Oh, actually, yeah, they do.
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya, that explains why you...
These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours?
No!
Okay. Then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility. Just Hina! Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her there in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I get to the... No, sorry. When I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then...
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing. The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But if there's still that
Oh dear.
let me put my teeth in. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced. Are you talking about the locked room problem? Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not. Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do, and don't call me Shirley.
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy. He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina, could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out, and that's it.
Why does Sakura have the powder on her shoe then?
But also, when she says she put the protein powder on the wrong shelf, well, the only thing that was on the wrong shelf was a bottle of poison.
Yeah.
Not protein powder.
Well, I think she means because she put the protein powder in the poison bottle, and she put the poison bottle back on the protein shelf and not on the poison
Oh,
shelf.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm getting starting to lose it, pal.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison, then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah?
But if that's true,
That'd be footprints.
Yeah.
isn't that a little strange? Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
Say, can you repeat that in the form of a non-stop debate? It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long?
As long as it needs to be, mofo.
Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case.
See, I called it. Non-stop debate. Footprints in the powder, probably.
Probably.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah.
But if she spilled it there, then the angle of the footprint doesn't make
When
sense.
I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and
I
then?
moved from Section C to Section A, and that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
I'm sure there's something strange here. What Hina just told us. It definitely contradicts something I already know. Who mentions contradictions more often, Phoenix Wright or Makoto Naegi? Tell us in the comments.
The
Grab the
poison.
poison.
I spilled the powder. I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it. Okay, and then I moved from section C to section A.
Boom.
Yeah.
Footprints in the powder.
Kaboom. No, that's wrong!
Because it was like, I was going to do it on the first statement, but she hadn't dropped the poison yet. So we've established that she dropped it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there would have been footprints.
You said you went to get the poison from section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah, what about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
No, I can't remember anything.
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us, plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well, you see,
What the hell? What's going on here?
Oh, wow, Byakuya losing his composure.
Yeah.
That's kind of rare. And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence. I'm going to update the autopsy report.
New evidence? Impossible. There can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poisson you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
In your face!
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found some updog.
What? What is up, dog?
Not much. What's up with you? Got him. Huh? A piece of glass?
Oh,
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle.
interesting.
And the hidden clue was exposed thanks to you ingesting the powder.
Fortunately, he didn't ingest the
I
glass.
kind of wish he'd swallowed it myself, but you know. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you, so thank you for that.
Oh, that glass is from when they broke the window. The color of it.
Oh.
So that bottle was in the room.
Yeah. Oh.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't...
What?
Me? Why?
Excuse me? Memo did not get.
I just love that she's introducing evidence and she wants other people to explain it for her. It's like, you're introducing
It's like the teacher in class, where it's like you're trying to shrink down as much as possible because you don't know the answer. It's like, Mr. Naegi, why don't you tell the class? Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. Oh, I didn't even read the option.
step.
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it. You're right, it must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us, where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? I mean, it should have been back on the shelf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Should have been on Section A of the shelf. The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet somehow, a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into
Which, I
the
mean,
bottle.
I will admit, with looking at those bottles and how small they are
Yeah,
when Miyake
some
was holding
sheer
it,
look.
that is kind of a bit...
That's kind of like a
Yeah,
swish.
it's real weird.
Unless it landed in the protein bottle, and then someone strained the protein that was in the bottle back into the poison bottle, and then put it back in the... This is getting really convoluted, much more so than I ever
losing
thought.
it.
Then everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of the glass in that glass in that bottle. And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you the bottle of poison may well have been back in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right, we do need to explain that. Makoto, why don't you tell him? But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on. How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened.
Oh no,
Ow.
there is. Oh gee. Okay.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked. It absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open? No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was
No,
unlocked.
because the glass shards are under the can.
Something that can prove that someone brought the protein can into the room after it was unlocked.
Is that empty protein?
I think that's
yeah,
right,
it's-
yeah, is that it was on top of the glass shards.
Yeah, so it's the protein can on Byakuya's statement.
Yeah. Empty protein drink.
Yeah. Underneath.
Yeah.
They should have been
Around and
Around,
underneath,
yeah.
yep. Well done, Sarah. Kaboom. I've got you now!
No, you haven't.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right? Well, I suppose there's that question we'll have to answer next
what?
week.
No!
Do you remember the glass scattered all around the room?
For God's sake.
I'm afraid for that answer, you will have to tune in next time as we have run out of time for today.
Yaki remembers, but it's okay.
Yaki remembers. Well, regrettably, that is the end of another episode. So we will bid you adieu, dear viewers.
See you in the next one.
Take care, everybody.